This is WEBurlesque.
Hi, this is Vita Devour. This is Lux LaCroix.
Hi, this is Maggie McMuffin.
Hi, this is Chris Harder.
Hi, this is Bebe Demure, and you're listening to WEBurlesque. This is Season 10.
This is WEBurlesque podcast. I am your host, Viktor Devonne. And through the miracle of fiber optics, I get to talk to you about individuals in the field of drag, burlesque, and cabaret. And today is no exception. I have all of you more on the line. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, officially. Hi, officially. Um,
Yeah.
Now, do you prefer Olive, Olive you, Olive you more? How does it work for you?
For me, it's Olive YouMoore, and if we're just talking casually, just Olive is fine.
Just Olive. How long have
Yeah,
you
just
been
Olive.
How long have you been Olive you more?
I've been in burlesque for about 3 years in August, so I'm coming up on 3 years.
Nice. So when you're part of the after times, did you know what burlesque was before the pandemic and the world shifting?
Okay, so I know that this is like one of those topics that burlesque gets a little touchy with. I used to love the movie Burlesque.
That's
I
fine.
know it is not that catty, at least in my experience. It's not that catty, that's not
Well,
that energy, but also share.
hmm
100% share. But I used to love that movie, so I knew of it. Um, but yeah, I was the B or the AC after COVID.
right. So that interest, how did you discover what burlesque was as something that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I was dancing in a club for a while, and I really loved the movement, and I liked the exercise I would get from it, and being on the pole, and just being able to express myself in this creative way. And I didn't like that no one cared about the costumes that I had. No one cared about the songs that I picked to a point. And also, it wasn't very body positive. And I don't like
Mm.
getting licked by random people. So that was a
Was that
real,
was that happening?
so often, so often.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's
So
bold. Wow. Okay.
burlesque.
So when you were dressing and gearing up for these shows, I'm assuming you mean like a strip club, at like a proper
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. Uh, what was the vibe that you were going for that you felt was underappreciated?
So my niche was actually disco because I
Cool.
thought there was nothing funnier than being in this like sexy, gritty atmosphere where everyone's doing hip hop and rock and sometimes country, and just switching it up. So I had like my big old disco boots on and I would dance to Boogie Wonderland and it was super fun. ABBA, and people would get really into it and I liked that. But there's always like one person who was super into it. Everyone just kind of wants to see what you got, not
Sure.
what you created. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. I do. I do. I think a lot of the discussion between club stripping and burlesque, a lot of it is tenuous because club stripping is such a different animal and it really is more of a customer service job that you can be artistic with, in my estimation anyway. But that there is an
Mhm.
expectation of putting the client's needs first. Where in burlesque, since it's uh, art with your body first and entertainment, I think sometimes people get a little stuck on burlesque still being entertainment and still being for an audience to enjoy, not just, us just having fun by ourselves. Um, but an expression nonetheless, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Were you Olive at at the club too?
I was. That's actually how my name started. I people wouldn't remember my name, and I couldn't go by Olivia because there's already somebody there as Olivia. So I would
Okay.
walk up and say, "Hi, my name's Olive, shaken, not stirred," and I would give like a little shimmy for shaken, and that made people remember me. So people would come back to the club and ask for Olive shaken.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of club stripping that we learn through either film or television, you know, through media, doesn't necessarily paint it in a very positive light. And therefore, a lot of times, I mean, sex work is fairly demonized in general in media. Did you have a particularly and outside of the licking aspect, were you otherwise safe and comfortable, and you knew that everything was going to be all right for the most part?
Um, I can bark really loudly and I can take care of myself, so I felt safe within
Okay,
myself.
fair
Um,
enough.
I didn't know if the bouncers would do anything. I never came across anything that was too crazy.
Mm.
But it was still a negative environment. Even the nighttime manager just didn't like how I looked, so they tried to get me fired, or like I couldn't work certain nights that they worked, so they didn't have to see me. It was
Hmm.
weird. Yeah, so in my personal experience, the club life was not overtly positive. But a lot of the people I worked with were positive, which was nice.
Mm. Nice. When you were, this is Arizona?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Is that where you originally hail?
I'm born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Um, and finding burlesque, did you do research on your own? Did you find someone nearby that you could look up to? How did you? I mean, you have some great folks. You have Desiree, you have Matt Finish, you have some really fabulous folks.
Yeah.
Who did you find first to say, all
Yeah.
right, let me be part of this?
Oh my God, you're right. Like we have so many amazing names. We have Desiree, we have Sonia Rita, we have Matt Finish, we had like the list continues and it goes on and on and on. I found a studio first, and I went to the studio and I watched one of their shows because I wanted to see, can I even do this?
Mm.
Um, and I watched one of their Pride shows, and that was the one that really caught. And it was awesome. There were storylines for some of the sets. Some of them were campy, some of them were classy, some of them were just plain sexy. You know what I mean? There was just a really fun variety for everything. And I knew that that's where I wanted to be. So I went up to the producer of Baba Boom and I went up to June Cleavage and I told her, hey, I think I want to do this. Uh, you're going to see my video. I don't know if I'll get in, but I want you to keep an eye out for it. And she did, and I was in the next show.
What was the video? What was the song? What did you do?
My first one ever, my first set was to the song If I'm Crazy by Amigo the Devil, which is this weird alternative band. So they do
Okay.
alternative country-ish. Um, and it's the Joker breaking out of Arkham Asylum to try and go find Batman because like they're in love and whatever. So I have my straight jacket, I have my little prop gun that when you press it, it unfurls and says bang on it. You know, it was very comic driven. It was a little campy, but also trying to go a little sexy but intense. It was fun. And I also have a hospital grade grippy socks, which is the best part because no heels.
Of course. Of course. No slip, no slip. That's all good.
All tread.
As someone who does clown way, I have, done my time as the Joker as well.
Mhm.
I find that because he's such lately these days, particularly such an intense character,
Yeah.
I don't know. I find the whole what was it, Joaquin Phoenix? And
Mhm.
even Leto, I mean Leto is Leto, and therefore
Leto was Leto.
he has his own baggage. But I don't know. To me, there's something really charming about the Mark Hamill cartoon and Cesar Romero. I just want him to be fun again. I don't want to deal with the Joker's trauma every single time.
I agree. I definitely try and go towards Mark Hamill. Um,
Hmm.
as the character vibe, it's the only time I let myself have caffeine before a set
Oh,
because I just need that energy. Um, and then when I do my duo sets, because I have a duo with my Harley Quinn, which is Alice Lemuse, and I have Killian Dollar Baby, which is my Batman.
okay.
Those are a little bit more Heath Ledger-y. Harley is a little bit more Mark Hamill just because we're able to do more acrobatics and she's Harley, so she's
Hmm.
but so I like to dip into a few different Jokers, but those are the two that I lean towards. It's like Mark Hamill and Heath because they might be intense at times, but they have a playful nature to them.
Yes, that's part of the dance,
Mhm.
isn't it? It's part of the what makes them so unpredictable and therefore kind of like disarm, like you get like your shoulders go back a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's like playing with a I was gonna say like a cat, but you don't know if you can touch their belly. Suddenly they're a mountain
Exactly.
lion. Um, yeah, you're predominantly known as a nerdlesquer or as a person who takes on a lot of existing IP and then adjusting it for burlesque, right? That's something that really vibes with you.
Yeah, I'd say so, especially with the addition of becoming a producer for Phoenix Fan Fusion this
Yeah.
year. I definitely would say that that's pushed me farther into the nerdlesque realm.
Who are some of your favorite people to or characters to emulate?
Oh gosh. The Joker,
Yeah.
special place in my heart for him. I get a lot of joy from doing my Pet Cemetery act. There's something to be said about being a kitty cat and then dying on stage, like being hit by a car on stage and having the audience not know how they feel about it. And
Well,
then you resurrect and it's great. But then you start decaying on stage, so that one's really fun. Um, oh
you
my
couldn't do that at
gosh.
the strip club. I don't understand. I feel like it.
Exactly. I feel like it would have been very well received to have a little undead kitty cat spinning around a ball. I think those are definitely like my top two I really enjoy. And Kermit the Frog, which is it's less cosplay aspect, like the costume is very traditional burlesque. But whenever I hear the few twangs of that banjo for Rainbow Connection, it just brings out something in everybody and it just feels very connective. I mean, pardon the pun, but
No, you're right. That is one of those. The audience will immediately like it's a sweeps. It sweeps over the. Oh, it's like a warm
yeah.
bath. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm noticing with Joker and Kermit, there's some greenery occurring. Is that a common thread, or am I connecting dots that aren't there?
No, that's a very common thread. My hair color is green year round,
Mm.
besides in March. So it's the only time I change up my hair color. And then I wear wigs besides that.
Why not March so people don't think that it's for St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, because everyone and their mother, I've gotten it as early as December. They're like, "Did you do that for St. Patrick's Day?" I'm like, first off, Christmas is first. At least ask me
Yeah.
that one.
And that's a green color too. Green and Christmas
Right.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. It's December. Anyway, yeah, so I do have it green year round. It's just green is my favorite color. I think that I like how it looks. It kind of
It's a good
helps
green
me.
too. It's a good green. I like that green. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's UV reactive, which is like dear to my heart for the Joker set when I first did it because we turned off all the lights and it switches to black light and it creates more of a comic booky look
Mm,
and
hmm.
I'll also never get lost at a concert. So
When you're before I get to other green, since you mentioned the Joker again, what is your clown white of choice? I like to compare notes.
I am super pale. So I'm lucky that I don't need to My clown white is just it's unfortunately just my face. I just
Oh,
use my concealer instead of my
okay.
yeah, I think it's like fair porcelain or it's the one below porcelain. Um yeah, she pale.
It's all right. Use it. Take
Yeah,
advantage of that opportunity. He had to use chemicals, so he had a
true.
what it was
Yeah.
quite an acid bath. I forget what in the lore he fell into, but he may not
Count,
even know.
count the blessing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So in terms of other green characters, are there other green? Do you have a Grinch? What's your other green?
Um, so I also model for things, and I have done a Grinch for modeling, but I haven't done it as a set just because there's a whole bunch of Grinch performers out here, and
Mm.
as much as I like to portray the characters that I like, I also like to have variety that's around, and maybe try and portray characters that are more deep cut or different things or different people from that movie. So this year I'm actually working on a Martha May Whovier, which I have a wig, so it's not necessarily green, but um, there are
Remind me who
different
that is. Martha May. Is that
um,
Christine Baranski's character?
that's the live action love interest of
Love
the
interest. Yeah, that's
Grinch.
Christine. Okay.
Yes,
So red,
yes, yes.
actually. She's more red, isn't she?
She is, but I
Yeah.
got the nose, I got the red, but my skirt is green and I made it so it looks like a Christmas tree and it lights up and it has ornaments on it and it's definitely all out.
Were you a Halloween kid?
I love Halloween. My
Hmm.
thing is that Halloween is a way of life and
Mm.
Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Okay.
Or I guess winter, because I also celebrate Hanukkah. I do both.
Okay. So it's more of
Yeah.
those are the occasion. So
Yeah.
when you were growing up, were you ooky and spooky, or did that come to you later in life?
I was a scaredy cat when I was really, really young. Because fun fact, I have chronic nightmares. So I get
Hmm.
murdered like 3, 4 times a week in my brain. So I got really spooked as a kid all the time from anything. And then when I grew up, I started just embracing more of it. So I'd say like even right before preteens is when I really started getting more into horror and like Halloween stuff and I mean free candy.
Hi, this is Viktor Devonne, and you're listening to WEBurlesque, the podcast, and I love you for it. I gotta tell you, this is still one of my very favorite things to do. I'm very happy, very proud, very honored that people download this and listen to me and a bunch of folks talk about why we love what we do. It's really great. It really, really is. And I want to give a special love to the patrons on patreon.com. Give it up for Melody, Devin, JaCourtney, Clara, Dottie, Charlotte, Luna, Goosey, Roxy, Faye, Tiffany, Jimmy, Curly Bright, Oliver, Sebastian, Alex, Bo, and Stormageddon. I had to take a breath there, people. It's really lovely. It really is really, really, really lovely. I think it's so difficult to dedicate time and make shit happen, but I'm working on it. I'm trying. Goodness gracious. Please know that you mean the world to me. And if you would like to support me in any other way that is not money, please follow, like, subscribe, share, comment, do those things, and I won't charge you for it. It'll get me further out there, and more importantly, it'll get these people that I bring onto this show further out there as well. So, mwah, be well, darlings.
In terms of the horror and things like that, what's your what do you go after? Because there's so many different subgenres within horror. Are you a slasher or a
Oh,
ghost? What's your story?
I love 80s slasher. Give me a terrible slasher movie. I love it. It's fantastic. I do really like Nightmare on Elm Street. because I
Mhm.
identified with it as a kid because the nightmares. Um, but I really like Saw because Carrie Elwes existing anywhere in life has my
Is a
heart
plus. Yeah.
forever. Yeah, forever and always, Carrie Elwes. But I really enjoy the more psychological movies that have been going on recently.
Hmm.
Like Obsession was a very human movie, even throughout having
Mm.
supernatural aspects. So I really like that. And I love me a good monologue as well. Which my friends and I have recently had this talk that some people don't like monologues. I do. Um, but yeah, I there's so many good things with horror. Body horror, I'm kind of like meh, even though I love Saw, but Carrie Elwes will carry anything.
I mean, usually with yes, there's body horror and there's like the torture porn aspect of Saw, but I think even especially the first one, it's more
Hmm.
psychological. It's more because even something like Seven, where if you look at the methodology of killing someone or like how each individual character it's gruesome, there's a
Hmm.
creativity about it. That's sort of really what it's about.
Yeah, I mean,
And
having original kills is important.
yeah, I feel my personally, I
Hmm.
don't identify with the survival instinct of Saw. Like if I woke up with a reverse bear trap on my head, I would just count down the minutes. I'm like, I'm not fishing around in my guts. I'm sorry. Like I just don't have that instinct in me. Um, I'm not saying I would be like, oh well, here's it. Oh, I probably would be like sobbing and but I
Right, right.
yeah, I'm not that guy.
And that's okay. And that's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm like one of those people who is like when we do the little theater talk on the plane about what we're doing, like I'm not surviving this, guys. I'm sorry. Like I appreciate the effort here, but if we're
Right.
going down, we're going down. Like
I
that's just yeah.
Yeah. You got to know when to put your cards down. And there's certain movies like Nosferatu. I watch that one way too often.
See,
Love
I don't
the
have
movie.
Netflix, so I haven't seen Nosferatu.
Yeah.
And I don't go to the theater a lot. The
Mm.
husband and I went back to the movie theater for the first time in months, and we saw
Mhm.
Backrooms.
Oh, okay.
And I really liked it. And he liked it too, but I really liked it, and we compared some notes because he's also a writer, so he likes to
Oh,
deconstruct a lot of the formulas that we see
yeah.
in a
One of
lot
my
of like
partners is a film person. Like they direct
yeah.
films and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I love being able to talk about movies. I could do it for hours.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, and then my best friend who was like, "You have to see Backrooms," and I'm like, "Okay, I will. I don't know when," but she's like, "No, you don't understand. I want to talk to somebody about it." I'm like, "I get it. I get it. I get it." Uh, and I'm for someone who like in my the films that I really gravitate to or that are really important to me, I could keep on going. Like even something
Yeah.
like my favorite film happens to be Clue, and so
Oh my God, yes.
yeah,
Tim Curry, 100%. And I send
100%.
the gif of like the flames across the
Yeah,
flame. Like
yeah,
I love
yeah. Madeline Kahn, I miss her every day. I know. And so I can actually like discuss like the set direction, the choices that were made, even things that in theory don't make sense. I will explain to you if the moment is right. How it still works that Mr. Green is a homosexual in all three, and like I will figure it out. I will tell you. And
Absolutely.
so
Yes.
yeah. So Backrooms has a lot of lore that to be deconstructed. I haven't watched the web series though, and I was told to avoid it until I saw the
That's
film,
it.
and now I will try
Oh, interesting.
the web series. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, I dig that.
I hope
I
you like
dig
it.
that. I hope so too. Did you enjoy it?
I have not seen it yet. It
Okay.
is on my list. Yeah,
Reconvene with
I
me
just
because
got
I
back
would like to
from,
know.
yeah, I was gonna do it over the last weekend, but then I was in Colorado and Arizona for two different shows in under
Mm.
24 hours. It was a whole crazy thing.
Things don't last in
Yeah.
theaters long enough anymore. They really don't. So if you don't see it, you miss it,
Yeah.
and then you gotta wait. Um, there used to be
Agreed.
there used to be time. I remember like if a movie left theaters within 2 months, it was considered a failure. Now you're lucky if they last a month. Like
Mm,
it's so frustrating to me. But that's also because I remember that was before,
streaming. Yeah.
yes, and VCRs were still relatively
Mhm.
uh a novelty. You could rent them back in the day.
In
So,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know how old we are together, but I'm 42, so I believe you are significantly younger than I am. But
I am 27 as of this year, but I still remember when Netflix
goodness.
was a mail order. I remember VHS, all the
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Were you a Disney kid too?
Ooh, that's my biggest red flag. I
Oh
love
no, it's
Disney. Well, okay, I
that's all
don't
right.
love Disney the company. I love the stories they have created and curated.
Okay.
And I say
Yes,
that
well,
very lightly because you never, yeah.
they
I,
are an evil company. But
yeah, I hate that part. That part's not great.
you know, they're all terrible. They're all terrible, and they
Yeah,
all hoodwinked us and made us think and gave us things that we now are like, oh. But
agreed.
at the very
Mhm.
least with a corporation, since they are not a person, they have people behind them where they're better possibility of them not being evil. When the person is evil, then that's I think a little bit more frustrating,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
not to say Disney was a great person because you never know.
No.
But
No,
also,
and we
I
do know
think
some things. No.
that's true. That's true. You don't need to get into all that. But yeah, so Disney's not the greatest person, but I do enjoy some of the stories that they curate.
Yeah.
I try and enjoy most of their stuff. I did watch them a lot as a kid. I like Studio Ghibli as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. I think Studio Ghibli definitely has a lot of really good characters and really good storytelling without it having to be like a romantic interest. I'm not a
Uh-huh.
huge romance person, so I definitely enjoy that.
Well, that's hard a lot with Disney because so much of them are they end with marriage. Like literally,
Oh,
they
yeah,
end with marriage.
yeah,
But Ghibli so often they take the childlike element. So, your Spirited Away, your Howl's Moving Castle, like those are very often more about like your Alice in Wonderland sort of figure, like going through meeting all the
yeah,
fantasticals and
yeah. And some of my
coming through
favorites
the
are
other
like the
side.
Princess Mononoke is my
Sure.
favorite for Ghibli. I also really like Alice in Wonderland. That was my thing. And then Coraline came out. So Luga Films, I definitely love them as well. Coraline's probably like my top movie.
Yeah. And talk about
Not Disney,
problematic
which is
creators,
great.
but I know. I know. Did you at least miss out on the Harry Potter disappointments?
I watched Harry Potter growing up and I read the books, I haven't watched any of the recent stuff. Like I think there's like a TV show coming out or
Coming,
something.
yeah.
Is it already
It's
out?
coming. No, I
Coming.
think
Okay.
next year. Next year, I think.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them was good, like the first one. And I don't know. It's just really hard to enjoy when you know who's connected to it.
Of course.
So, yeah. So I fight that every day.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the problem too, is that when you finally realize that so many of our subculture heroes can be
Hmm.
just as problematic as the mainstream. But sometimes they get redemption stories. I was very happy to see like the Pee Wee Herman documentary and that fully
Mm.
get into a lot of the get past the headlines, and actually
Mhm.
like d dive into stuff. I appreciate it, things like that.
For
But
sure.
yeah,
We love a good redemption arc,
you
and
know,
we can hold out hope.
indeed, indeed. So when you were club stripping, obviously you had to have a fairly good sense about how your body moved and what you were comfortable showing, and depending on, I mean, if was it like a topless situation?
Yes.
Yeah. So you had already gone through a lot of, exposure. and learning how to be comfortable in front of audiences in that way. So I guess you didn't have to readjust that for burlesque, right?
Not necessarily. I just had to learn different movements because now I'm not schlepping a pole everywhere. I'm not doing it. They're heavy. So I had to learn different movements, a little bit more choreography. I learned specific skills for different sets that I wanted to do. I joined the Pain-Proof Punks, which is a whole other ball game. And that's more sideshow. That's one of the sideshow, probably the biggest sideshow troupe out here, at least in Arizona. And they do, these ladies are fantastic, or just these people are fantastic. And they do like glass walking
Mm.
and they do sparks. Brittany Bloodshed does sparks, which is crazy. And um, Rusty the Clown does Lego walking, which you don't think is going to be
Oh no.
anything.
No,
Yeah, no, it's
that's awful.
crazy.
Do you ever
Yeah,
step on a Lego by accident? Can you imagine wanting to do that on purpose? No, no, no,
yeah.
no.
Imagine 100. No, they are nuts. I love them. I've recently gotten into staples, so I do staples, wax, and acrobatic chair for them. So I had to learn that type of stuff. But as for body movements and or as for like exposure, I didn't have to readjust too much.
Less licking though, again. So
Less licking for sure. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, so when you said you sent your submission in, they said yes. Did you do that
Yeah.
same act
Mhm.
for the live show?
I did, yes. I sent them in for the boob tube production. I sent in my Joker act. That's the one that I did. And then I ended up meeting one of my dance partners, Alice the Muse. And
Hmm.
the next show, it was a Broadway show, Broadway themed, and we did Phantom of the Opera because she is a opera trained singer.
Oh.
So she sang live with another friend of hers, which was Phantom, and I'm also Phantom. So we did that one next, and it just kind of snowballed. And then I did my first group act, which was Hot Chocolate, and I was the conductor from Polar Express, and I had my little staff around, and it just snowballed so quick because I loved it. It was great. I was hooked.
Do you get involved in the choreography creating aspect side as well?
Absolutely. For Hot Chocolate, I did pretty much all the choreography. The way I like to do choreo, especially for groups or for duos, is I create uh, moments in my mind that are tricks or that are big crescendo moments, and I say, I think we should do this here. And
Hmm.
then when we are all together, we all see if it works. And if not, it's kind of a group brainstorm of what do we think is going to work and what do we think is going to look good.
Hmm. When you're working on solo stuff, do you find that the song is usually the first thing that starts resonating, or costume?
It's so difficult to do choreography for my solos. Sometimes it's a costume piece, sometimes it's pasties, sometimes it's a character, sometimes it's the song. I have gotten this note before, but ideas plague my mind constantly. So I don't have a shortage of ideas, I have a shortage of time
Mm.
and choreography knowledge because I have to relearn choreography every time it feels like.
Well, I'm not a dancer in any way. I can move. I will, bounce about and shimmy. But
Yeah.
the characterization that I usually am portraying is that of kind of a goof, I mean, it's a hobo clown, so it's a little bit more on the dramatic side, but um I can lean into it being silly. Like I can lean into that. And I still love when I see like, the glamorous gown and glove and they're silly too. I enjoy that juxtaposition as well. When when someone can go from, Jessica Rabbit to uh Roger in that in that
Yes.
sense.
I love that. I most of my stuff is campy. I will admit
Mm.
that. A good portion of my sets are campy.
What do you think that burlesque has informed about how you maneuver through life? Has it adjusted how you think of things, how you are as a human being?
I would say yes. Uh, I'm more body positive with myself, you know.
Mm,
I feel a little bit more comfortable in my own skin. I feel like I have a great sense of community. The community out here is wonderful. I love the people that I work with, and I hope I work with everybody. I just like to meet new people and make new friends and just share experiences. And I like the memories that I've made with people, and it's helped me hear things differently. So I hear songs differently, and I
mm,
think, okay, what character could this be? Or what outfit could this work for? Or wow, this horn in this particular jazz is real sexy. And I never thought I would say that about like an instrument. So I think that it's changed my hearing and some of the way that I see myself and
mm.
just the way that I interact within a community because everyone's just so happy and welcoming most of the time, you know. There's been very few times I've met people that are just not into it that day, maybe, or
Mm.
yeah, or maybe more standoffish, but it's been maybe one or two instances ever, which is
Mm.
great.
I mean, we are a prickly bunch on occasion, sure. I think that I say a lot on the pod how we're all different neurodivergent crayons in the same box. So
Hmm.
how well we play with others depends on who we gel with also. I mean, one of my favorite TV show happens to be The Golden Girls, and if you
Yes.
are a fan of the Golden Girls and you do any reading on the creation of it, invariably within the first 5 minutes, you'll hear that Betty White and B. Arthur did not necessarily get along, particularly B not really enjoying Betty. And a lot of that, I think, gets lore created because, A, it's pitting women against women. B,
Hmm.
it's older women, and that's fun for some reason to do. But I think a lot of it is just like they were entirely different mindsets. One was more theatrical and one had started in TV, like started TV basically, was one of the first people to be on TV. And
Hmm.
so you learn as artists how other artists behave. And I don't know if necessarily we view artists as great social beings.
Mm.
Um, so sometimes you can be a little quiet, a little standoffish, and sometimes it takes the stage to get us to where we need to be, and that's just not who we are off stage.
Yeah, and
So,
that's true. And some people get really into that space right before they perform where they just nothing else exists. They need to just focus on their thing. And then you
mm,
also have other people who need to be three drinks down before they go onto the stage. And then there's some people who are able to make content, which is absolutely wackus bonkus. And I try my best to be that person, but it's hard.
yeah, no, where you put the
I do
phone
one
down and everybody
video.
dances.
Yep, I do one video every show and I am annoying as hell to everybody and I just go up and I say, "Hey, you ready for your video yet? You ready for your video yet? You ready for your video yet?" And if you've worked with me, I apologize on record. I'm so sorry. And it's because as soon as someone's costume is on, I'm like, "Please just stand in front of the camera, do a wave and then walk off and I'll get everybody and then it'll happen." And usually people are really happy that it was created, even if it's me saying, "Hey, are you ready for your close up? Are you ready?
Means they
Are you
didn't
ready?"
have to do it. I mean, they get
That's
to.
true.
I mean,
That's very true.
how do you feel about the additional jobs that come with being a burlesque performer? Is that you really do have to create your own content. You really do have to edit your own things. You are your own agent. You're your own marketing team. You're all these different things. How do you maneuver?
I don't. Um, I do my very best and try the next day to be better than the day before. I try and hold space for myself if I forget to make content. I try and understand that that video that I created 6 months ago of me trying to create this prop, I'm not posting it. It's just not happening. Uh, so I have to be mindful of my storage space, and I'm trying to get another camera. That way, when I like to film blooper reels, so as I create my choreography, people can see the way that it starts is this basic goop of nothing,
Okay.
and then we create it together. And also working with me is me coming back saying, "Hey, we're gonna do a lift. I'm so sorry," or like, "Hey, I want to change just a little bit of everything." Um, so it's also just documenting my crazy, but my dance partners are very nice about it. And they also help me maneuver through everything. So they'll ask about, hey, do we want to record or do you want to take a picture? Or Lavana Lafayette often takes pictures of me. I paint my nails in the back room before the show because I
Mhm.
don't pre-prep for some reason, and she thinks it's the funniest thing. It's not the show that's starting until all of us painting her nails, so she'll take pictures of me doing it.
I mean, it's a lot to add through and
Mhm.
allow people that access backstage, mentally speaking. Are you a behind the scenes kind of person? Do you like seeing how things are
Yeah.
developed in film or TV or anything else like that too?
Yes, I love seeing behind the scenes. Whenever I model, I try and have like a video off to the side. Like last night I just did a shoot and I had a video running the whole time because I like making little bloopers and I like having the little clips of random dumb things that happen and I love it.
There's an archivist aspect to that also, is a way of sort of like keeping the moment alive past the time that it exists. Do you think psychologically that's a an element of you just sort of making sure that it exists in the ether?
Yes, absolutely. I actually have a little tattoo of a goldfish on my arm,
Uh-huh.
in the style of a ballpoint pen drawing. And his name is Gil from the fish from Finding Nemo, and he's to remind me I don't have a good memory. I will
Oh,
forget. Yeah. So I do like having those memories just in case.
just in case. And sharing with the world too, and letting other people in. I mean, some people are very private about um what they want to hold on to. So I think that shows probably a good side of your production ethic as well, because you want to share with people. And unfortunately, content creation, we just used to do stuff, and sometimes the cameras would be on and people would see
Mhm.
it. Now everything is so convoluted is the wrong word. Uh, I guess sort of contrived. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, where everything is sort of like, okay, now turn on, like that kind of thing. The authenticity, the
Mhm.
spontaneity is sort of limited.
I
Um,
love candid shots. Candid is
mm,
the best.
it's
Mhm.
it allows folks to, I don't know, I guess sort of, it's part of one reason that I have this pod actually is to sort of like drop the veil just ever so slightly. I mean, it's still curated to a certain degree because, as our neurodivergent crayons, we
Mhm.
will only present ourselves the way that we would like to be.
That's
But I
fair.
think I think that it allows audiences a chance to also see that we're human beings and therefore hopefully treat us a little better, as we
Yeah.
become like these little microcosm celebrities for them.
Gosh, I aspire. I aspire.
Well, we're hard on our celebrities culturally, so it's a
You
it's
know,
a it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing.
so maybe I aspire to be a small celebrity.
Yeah, yeah, with a cult
More
following.
more like the show Cheers, where it's like everybody knows your name.
Hmm.
Maybe it's not the celebrity status, it's just the community status of like people just know who you are and they're like, "Oh my God, that's my friend." You know?
Uh, having done this for 3 years, that is both a large amount of time and then fairly a brief amount of time, really.
Yeah.
Um, if you were to compare what year one Olive was like versus now, have you adjusted style? Have you adjusted even preparation? Have conditioning
Mhm.
in terms of who you are as a entertainer?
I think I have. I'm a little bit better at improv, should something
Mm,
go wrong on stage. I've worked really hard on not blocking out on stage so I can actually like hear the crowd and I can interact a little bit more with it being more authentic instead of me just I work off of muscle memory because I'm so nervous and I still get nervous, but instead of not being present in the moment, so I've worked on
mm,
that a lot. Um, I'm still campy. I'm still goofy. Um, I think my style has kind of stayed relatively the same. But a lot has happened in the 3 years, which is absolutely crazy. Just like within my burlesque career. But a lot of people, especially like festivals and stuff or conventions, still count
mhm.
3 years as a burly baby.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
coming up on like my burly baby birthday, I guess.
It is difficult to be sure because uh I mean, what is longevity? What is what you have accomplished within a year? Um, we're not releasing albums, we're not releasing movies. There's shows, but even those shows are, I mean, regional shows are sort of hard to their experience, certainly, but I don't know how one weighs it. And I don't like necessarily having to weigh success or experience with festivals personally,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
I find that to be somewhat, I mean, that's also sort of arbitrary too. I mean, what festival versus what festival or what have you. But it's also
true.
sort of an elitist aspect because not everyone can travel. Not
Hmm.
everyone can either afford to or can get the time off, or because we have parents, we have people who take care of elderly uh,
Hmm.
family members. There's not always the ability or interest to do that. There's some folks who are like, "Oh, I don't really want to go anywhere," but
True.
they're local heroes, the hometown heroes.
Yeah, and they're
Um,
still powerhouses.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's sort of a shame though, because you're like, I want to share you with the world, but the world has to see you.
I drag
Um,
my dance partners with me. I definitely do. Alice just moved to New York, so when I go on my little mini tour of New York in October, I'm gonna try and see them, see if we can sneak in a show together.
yeah.
Um, Try and
Have you
take
worked in New
Lavana
York
with
yet?
me. I'm sorry. Oh, did they
Have
move?
you
Yes.
have you worked in New York yet?
Oh no, it's gonna be my first time. I
Oh,
try and get tattoos on my first times. I'm trying to get at least two more shows while I'm in New York, just because I have one in New York and then one in Buffalo. So it's a far trek. Did not know that.
oh yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
so that'll be fun. Um, but I want to get at least two more shows in the city because I'll be there the longest, so then I can work there for a few nights and then I can go to Buffalo. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so that will be my first time, but I like to get tattoos because memories. So when I worked in Vegas, I got my core line tattoo, and that was really cool. And I got to meet Ginger Snaps, and um, yeah, and it was great. And for New York, I definitely want to. I want to have a good time. I think it's going to be cool. They want
Yeah.
my Staples act, so I'm a little scared, but
Do you staple things to yourself?
yeah, yeah. I do it for the concept, I promise. It's not for like, oh, this is fun, tee hee, staple, staple.
I mean,
And
do you?
if you
No
can,
one's
then
judging.
that's great. No, I there's a lot of pain-proof punks that do that, and they are the most hardcore people. They're so awesome. I love
Yeah.
watching like they just have a spark in their eye, you know? Um, but I do it for the concept. It's like a detective who's just so obsessed with the case of finding the killer that those cork
Mm,
boards with the red string everywhere. I
yes.
staple the pictures to myself and I become part of the cork board.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's for the concept, I promise.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Hey, this is Viktor Devonne, and I like socks. I've always been very open about my appreciation for the fabric that goes on my feet, and I want you to enjoy them too. Please go to footclothes.com, look at the variety of fabulous novelty socks that do not suck, and indulge. You can get 10% off now with the name Viktor Devonne as a promo code. That's VIKTORDEVONNE. Put it all together, no spaces, and enjoy.
Tonight on Murder, She Wrote.
Hooray!
Hey.
Yeah.
It's kind of Piper Laurie and Brenda Vaccaro at A Love Child.
Thank goodness.
I want to know
His
her.
nails. Yeah, where's her series? That's what
He's
I want.
fabulous.
The son is Joaquin Phoenix.
I know, isn't that nuts? And he is an ugly little kid. I'm sorry.
We're just like, hey, remember when this guy was in this obscure Broadway show in 1976?
Right? Look at him in those tight pants. Yum.
Well, because there's not
But
a
we
lot
do
really
get-
going on. It's
Yeah.
supposed I mean, unless you're listening to the dialogue, which frankly, audience at home, you can do without us. We're just
Yeah, do
learning
your own
about
work,
some of these
damn it.
backstory. But
Right.
Boswell put her up to it.
Yeah.
And then Trish had to be killed because she realized that Boswell didn't have her interests at heart because Teddy was the inheritor.
Yeah.
Playing her like a fiddle.
Oswald knew it, and Trish just gulped it down like one of those martinis.
And then tossed it onto the lawn.
And then lost her head. Poor Trish.
Trish loses her head. This is Viktor Devonne.
And this is Petra Fried
And this is Tonight.
on Murder, She Wrote.
I mean, that's you're gonna find. I mean, we have some fabulous sideshow burlesque and specialty burlesque folks in New York who, either through Coney Island or that sort of circuit have learned the tricks of the trade and do it safely.
Yes.
Yeah. The first time I saw people staple money, it was like, oh, this is so dirty. Oh God.
Yeah,
Just-
I can't.
just-
The money thing. I can't do the money thing because like 80% of
No.
American currency has cocaine on it, and then is
And the rest is
dirty.
shit. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
that's
so
just sepsis waiting to happen. No. No.
Exactly. No, no, thank you. Some people are just awesome and they are fearless. The Painproof Punks have definitely changed my view on what performing can be. Because it is the things they do is so awesome and sideshow, and it doesn't have to be the glitz and glamour and pretty of everything. It can just be what you want it to be, and it can be nitty and gritty, and it can be whatever you want, And then Nerdlesque has also taught me it can have a storyline. It doesn't have to be this really gorgeous person in all of these shiny outfits and everything. And one of my favorite sets is a Taco Bell act. And he has like the visor, and I think he
Valdez.
saw it with me
Yeah.
at the yes.
I know
Oh my
Valdez,
God.
yes. He's a friend, yes. The fact that
Love
he's able
the
to do
Taco Bell act.
it's so silly. It's so fun though.
You know what I mean? So it can
Yeah.
be story based. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And then when I won the AZ Stripper or AZ Strippy Performer of the Year, that was like validation that it's not because I'm a really good dancer, because there are so many good dancers with dance background. My background is in color guard, so it's in spinning things. But it's story based, and people really like stories, and they like to laugh, and they like to be confused of, am I supposed to laugh or am I turned on right now? I don't know. And I like playing with things
It's
like
like-
that. So
It's like fun sex. It's like giggling
Yes.
during yeah.
yes, exactly.
The Strippy Award winning that happened this past year?
That one was, I think it was for 2024. Yeah, because
2024.
I had that award all through 2025. And Stella
Nice.
Doe has it right now. Oh, they're amazing.
That's pretty early validation. That must have felt pretty good.
Yeah, my first full year of performing was the year that got me the award.
Yeah.
It,
Sort of like a welcome to the club situation.
oh my God, yeah, it was crazy. Just seeing my name on the list of performers that were there, it that was already surreal. And then winning was even more surreal.
When you're traveling, where have some of the places that you've been to that have really made a big impact to you
Oh,
as an entertainer
Oregon.
specifically? Oh, okay.
Oregon with Lacey Knightley's Book Lovers Burlesque Fest.
Hmm.
I want to gatekeep because I love going, but also is such a good experience every time I've been. It's a magnificent show with magnificent people, and the sets are so out there. It was amazing. They have people that are, it's book themed, So there's people who did Eat, Pray, Love, and she just ate a bowl of spaghetti while on this table and like did this whole set that way. And then someone else did they passed out in a chair and they had a screen behind them and their soul left their body. Did
Oh, I think I know this one. Yes, I think I know that
yes,
one. Yeah,
and then stripped and then put things back on and then entered
yeah,
their body again. It was crazy
yeah.
and it's wonderful. And when I did my pet cemetery there last year, this was the first time this ever happened, but when the lights went out, they started calling the cat to the stage. There was a few meows to just get the cat to come on stage, and I heard a pss, pss, pss. It it I love Oregon. Oregon's crowd is
Hmm.
amazing. Oklahoma was really cool for WEBurlesque Fest.
Oh, yes, I've heard
That
great
was
things about it. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, it was awesome. The Spaceballs crew brought me a milkshake and fries because I was having a really hard day. That was cool. So I was sitting there like crying in the back, and all of a sudden I'm surrounded by assholes and barf and a dark helmet, and I'm just eating this best chocolate milkshake I've ever gotten. And it was wonderful.
How do you enjoy travel? Are you someone for
I
whom travel is easy?
No, I hate flying. I hate flying so
Uh,
much. I have to dissociate so heavily to fly. But I love being there. So
mhm.
I can bounce back really quickly. I'm lucky enough I have the energy to do that, and if not caffeine, because I am very sensitive to it. So I have a half a shot of espresso. I'm good till 4 in the morning.
Really?
Um,
You're
yeah,
that susceptible. My goodness.
yeah.
I wish, and
Uh,
I don't wish. I don't wish I was more susceptible. I'm probably doing just fine with
mhm.
what my body is capable of. But there are times where I wish it would perk me up just a little bit faster or a little bit more.
Yeah, I've created the perfect schedule. When I have to stay up late, I drink a coffee around 2 p.m. and then I'll stay up till 4 a.m. and I only am allowed to have about half to three-fourths of the drink, and then I gotta stop myself.
Couldn't you just get a slightly smaller size, or does that not work psychologically?
I get the smallest size.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the smallest size with like a single shot of espresso, but the one
what
shot
would
is
you be
too
like if
much.
you had if you did like a shot of the 5 hour energy?
I think I would die.
Oh,
I think I would just I think
you said
I
that
think that would
so
be the end
quickly
of me.
and so plaintively. Like I think I would die. Yeah,
I
good.
think that would probably be the end of me. That would be
Oh,
my last day.
goodness. Uh, so as an entertainer and traveling and getting like this sort of recognition and sort of fulfillment, how do you wind down? Is there a crash after the show, or are you up all night? What's your
I definitely have a glitter crash. My partners have been very kind towards me during my glitter crashes. If I have caffeine, then sometimes I get rowdy. So I have to work off
Mm,
the energy. whether that's going out or whatever, or celebrating. I learned I really like to celebrate if I have a set with somebody. I like to celebrate with them after the show. So I'm going to start doing that every time. But my partners know I like to get a big old fat bean and cheese burrito, and I sit there in my pajamas looking like a, 18-year-old teenage boy with like sweatpants and like my oversized graphic tee, and I just sit there and I eat this burrito like a little gremlin, and then I'm really proud of myself if I finish the whole burrito, and I'm like, I'm the biggest boy, and I'm so proud. And then my glitter crash hits, and I get to take off all my makeup in the shower and do all that stuff.
Do you all cohabitate? You and
Uh,
your
I
folks?
live with one of my partners. My other partner goes to a lot of my shows, but
Okay.
yeah, so I only live with the one.
Okay. Are they civilians or are they also entertainers in some fashion?
One is a civilian. He's an artist and he helps me with some of my costumes.
Okay. Still
And
creative
then
though. A creative
still
force.
creative.
Very useful, yes.
Then my other one is a performer. They perform with me. They do my Nosferatu and my Batman. So they do those with me, and they also are big in the con scene and
Mm.
conventions and stuff. So they do sing-alongs and stuff. They actually just got hired for Chicago Fan
Oh,
Expo. So yeah, shameless plug. If you're in Chicago, there's the Vox Tech sing-along. Go see it. I'll
nice.
be there.
I'm married to a creative who is a writer, but he's also an academic. He's not a performer by any means. Um, he's
So
funny. He's witty, but he's not a hey everybody look at me spotlight kind of thing. He's like he shines best when we're in a group setting, and then people are chatting back and forth, and he is able to just like Dorothy Parker this moment. Like that's the vibe that I get. Um, but I have been with partners who have been also entertainers in some fashion, particularly in my Rocky Horror years.
yeah.
Um, what is it like for you dating or being with another entertainer? Do you bounce things off of pretty easily? Is there maneuvering that one has to do? I'm using the word maneuver a lot with you, I realize.
Yeah, I'm definitely I like to think I'm an easy person to work with.
Mm,
Uh, so when we have things or issues or anything, communication is huge. And we've been able to communicate really well, which I'm very grateful for. Um, and it's definitely new, because they are more heavily in the cosplay side. I'm more heavily in the burlesque side. So it's two different worlds, even though we're both performing. So we try and learn more about each other's worlds, which is really nice. And every time I'm like, hey, I want to do this set with you, like we're making an X-Files set for this Halloween. They've never seen X-Files. They don't know what I'm talking about. Um, but they're willing to watch it and do it with me. And then with their like shows and stuff, I try and bounce ideas off of like, hey, I really like this show too. Here's this idea. Let's you maybe make it a crossover, or maybe you do it this way, or if something's not working, maybe try this other thing. And they kind of do the same for me with my sets, or hey, should I try and put in for this festival? And they're just like, just do it. And yeah, so we just try and be supportive within our own knowledge of each other's stuff.
is it a Mulder and Scully fact that you're
It
working on?
it is. It's Mulder and Scully with wheelie chairs, and the song is Somebody's Watching Me.
Which one are you? Are you Scully or Mulder?
I I gotta get that bob cut wig, you know? The blazer skirt combo.
Uh, do you like getting glammed up? Do you enjoy
I
the
do.
makeup and the prettiness?
I love makeup, and I think it's just I love makeup because even with my ring set, which I just got into Arizona Burlesque Festival, 2 years. I was so
Woo!
happy. It's my first time competing though. I'm so scared.
Oh,
Um,
well, just yeah, go ahead.
yeah, for
I
me,
have my
I
own
think
feelings about that, but yes.
Right. I think of it more as like I'm on big boy night. I don't see it as like I'm not going into it with competing headspace. I'm going into it of like it's just big boy night of show. But for the makeup, I do like very dark, intense purple green eyeshadow.
Hmm.
And then I have the whiteout contacts, so I go for more intense, but I still love doing that makeup. I like scaring people. I like making people have to double take. I'm like, what was that? And so I like the glitz and the glam, but I also like just makeup in general. I like being able to change someone's appearance and just really boggle the brain.
Mm. You also have a lot of tattoos as well.
I do.
You have this right here. Is that your clavicle? Is that what that counts as?
Yeah, my collarbones, my little
Collarbone.
sandworms. Yeah.
Sandworms, is that what they are?
Yeah, from Beetlejuice. I
Oh
named him
yes.
Flotsam
Oh
and
yes.
Jetsam.
I see the detail now. Yes. Yes. And then you also have the legs.
Yes, I have my mermaid with people and an octopus, and then I have my, well, I guess it's more of my side, but I have my Hydra tattoo as well, which was kind of a metaphor for me performing.
Mm. In terms
Yeah.
of.
Well, it has three heads and then one little stump. So the one little stump is just to kind of say, even though a head can be cut off, another two can grow. So there's always growth opportunities. One head
Mm.
represents burlesque, one is sideshow, and one is like nerdlesque or like drag, because I did drag when I first started, and I do it every once in a while, and I love doing it. It's fun. Draco Malfoy was probably my favorite. Um,
Ah,
yeah, because I got to
the
die.
more drag king
Drag
element.
King, yes, I apologize for
Mm.
that. Yes,
No, you're
Drag
go
King.
good. All
Um,
good. It's
but
all
yes,
drag. I was just curious about the direction.
yes. And then I also did like a ring master for a band that I really like, which is Gorgo Bordello, which is
Oh
like
yes.
the punk.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, you
Yeah.
know it. Yes.
I do know
Oh,
Gogo. Are you kidding?
I
Okay,
love
so
it.
Gogo Bordello was kind of like everyone did a Start Wearing Purple act during
Yes.
a certain part of the mid 2000s. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
White
that's
Elephant was not immune. So,
fair.
in fact,
But yeah,
actually,
so
Mishto, the big I don't. It's mostly it is instrumental, but it's at the end of Gypsy Punks. What is it? Gypsy Punks Unite. Is that what it's called?
the album.
Yellow. Yeah, their Yellow album.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that long. Dun, 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 dun. That was sort of like our closing theme song for the longest time too. So sorry.
Yes, I love
Yeah,
it. No,
yeah.
you're fine. But yeah, so that's what the Hydra represents, and I also really like Greek mythology. So
Yeah. I grew up wanting to like I would write Medusa fan fiction, and I was fascinated by the yeah, I was that faggy kid who wrote Greek mythology fan fiction. I know. I was obsessed with like the
little
Minotaur
AOC.
and Circe
Yes,
and yeah, all the bad bitches of Greek mythology. Loved them. Loved him.
you
I
should.
was I was reticent to Hera because Hera I thought I didn't like the interpretations that I saw of her because she's usually just portrayed as
Mm,
like I don't know shrew of a wife a lot of times. But no, I see
yeah,
her point because Zeus is kind of a
awful.
dick. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I see her point.
exactly.
I think she misplaces her
Mm,
frustration, but then again they all do.
indeed.
They all
Yeah,
do.
the gods don't do therapy, really,
They
you know?
just they just don't handle that. And I remember being so I did a few Greek mythology and Roman too, you know, because we love to blend. And
Oh yeah.
I do have a Bacchus act where I drink wine.
Mm.
And I
Ooh.
technically it's in a shambles as I glance over at my costumes. But I do have a Poseidon as well. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm also in a panel, Epic the Musical. So I play Circe and Aphrodite. Um,
Mm.
and I'm working with the producer to try and make some more choreography for them because their panel is starting to grow. I think we performed in front of like 500 or 300,
Mm,
something like that,
damn.
people the last fan fusion. So it's
Yeah.
growing, and I'm like, I want to make choreo. Let me.
What is the fan fusion show for those who aren't familiar?
Oh yes, it's the Three Fates review, double D20s usually, and oh God, it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It seats like 3,000 people. There's a big old screen behind you, and there's two screens on the side, and it feels very immersive.
Mm.
And it's just a whole bunch of weird nerds coming together to do weird fandoms of strange things, and it's super fun. I love doing it.
What is your role within it?
I just was hired on about a month before last show. So trial by fire for sure, but the producers were very kind and very understanding of the learning curve. I am in charge of expansion and merchandise because I want to do like stickers and little glow sticks and like little freebies that you can get and like telling the performers, hey, bring your merch with you and you can sell and I make the QR codes and or like the sheets and stuff and the odds, bits, and ends days of, trying to get everything at the con. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, so that's my main thing is like expansion and merchandise.
So expansion also seems to be a job of improving it and getting it larger and getting it more known as well. Do you work well in marketing? I mean, we talked about
I
content, but
I guess we'll find out. I'm trying to get it to more states with more conventions, potentially more shows throughout the year instead of just one show. Um, of the, Phoenix Fan Fusion of just making it three Fates review, and then we have like a few shows a year or something would be cool. I'm trying to see if other shows are willing to come down here, like Nerdy shows, and like co-produce together. So we have a few things that might be in the works. Still trying to work a few things out, but those are the directions I'm kind of heading in my brain.
you seem very present and active in your performing and producing. Like it seems like something that really is important to you. Um, is there, not that we have to get into the specifics, but is there a day job or another field that you work in as well?
Oh, unfortunately, yes, there is a day
Uh,
job. I would love to do this full time, but as
sure.
we all know, starving artists be starving artists.
I know. Where's the days of the patron, of the philanthropist who just said, yes,
Go
I
do art.
acquisist.
Yes, exactly. So if you're hearing this and you are interested, we're
Indeed.
taking investors.
Indeed. Where can folks keep up with what all you got going on?
On Instagram, I'm That's a Spicy Olive.
That's a
And
spicy olive.
yes, exactly. And to stem from my Italian roots, because my mom and I always do the little Italian hand thing. So
Hmm.
it's a family joke. But yeah, so there. And then Facebook, I'm all of YouMoore, plain and simple. Those are the two main places that I post as well. Try to think. I think those are Instagram is mainly the place that I put forth most of my effort. Oh, and
Interesting.
on TikTok, I'm olive shaken, not stirred, but
Are you still on the TikToks?
uh, I am. I
It's all
am.
right. I understand. It's both a grind and a grind.
It's it
It's
really
a skill set
is.
too. I
It's
never learned. So,
That's fair. I had a few surgeries in the last years, including during the pandemic. So I had a lot of time where I could not sit upright. So learned some things.
I'm very impressed when people are able to do it. And I do some very archaic video editing on my own. I use like a Premiere Pro from like 7 generations ago.
Yeah.
I record the
Yeah.
pod on Zoom. I have it technically this is a professional mic, but it's actually a conference mic. It's not even like a,
Oh.
like that big phallic microphone that everyone although everyone now is using like these, have you seen like everyone has like the little tiny clip mics that they just
Yeah.
hold in front of their faces?
Yeah.
They don't even have them on their body. They just hold
And
them
I just
on the red carpet. And I'm like, this just seems a little silly. I don't like I can't can you imagine going to like I don't know the Tony Awards, going up to someone like Patti LuPone or Whoopi Goldberg and saying, "Can you just talk into this little lapel mic for me while I talk?" That
I
just
think it'd be
seems
better if it's connected to you and you have to like lean in.
just lean in.
Like,
Yes,
like just
yes. Just
really lean into the art.
talking to my clavicle. Yes. Um, well, it's been lovely barely getting to know you, but because we barely scratched the surface. That's the word I was the expression I was going for. But I think that you have great things coming, and I think with your enthusiasm and your drive, I only expect thriving. So I look forward to seeing what comes next for you, and following That's a Spicy Olive to see what you got going on until I return to Arizona. I did really enjoy my time there. I was
Yes,
there
I
last year.
absolutely would love having you down here. When you're in town, let me know. I have a guest room.
Oh, cool. See, that's the real reason for the podcast. It's really so I
Oh
can
yeah.
get this information from folks, so I know who I'm staying with when I eventually get my way there.
That's fair. That's
Um,
fair.
yeah. Do you have anything coming up this summer that you're excited about as we
Uh,
head into July already?
I tried to slow down for July shows, just because it's hot.
Yeah.
August, I have like one show because it's hot. But it's the D3 show of it's a food themed. So I'm gonna try and bring back my M&M's group set, and my Dirty Scouts, which is always fun. It's like
Are you the green M&M?
I am the green M&M with the boots.
It's all coming together.
It is. So those are my main things. But I definitely pick back up in the times where it's not so hot.
Right. And then you're heading East Coast for fall sometime.
Yes, in October, the 21st through the 26th, I will be there. And I have the show on the 22nd at Nurse Betty's.
Oh
And
yeah,
then the
yeah,
show on December. Yeah. I
yeah.
can't wait. It's gonna be my first time.
It's a little tiny stage, just so you know.
Oh, I
It's a
can't
little
wait.
tiny.
It's Staples.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
need
the size of this
I don't need a
post-it.
lot.
Fabulous. Is this for Frankie Eleanor's show or whose show?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll give her my best. I miss Frankie's. I miss a lot of the New York folks. It's sort of a weird experience knowing that it was that long ago that I was there, but that
Yeah.
I helped shape the world, the children of today, in a manner of speaking. Um, so it's nice to see, but also so many people I've sprung up that I'm like, I don't know these people. I would like to,
Yeah.
but it's sort of
Just gotta
odd.
travel.
I know, I
Come with
know.
me. Let's go.
I'm so far away. I'm so
I
far away.
I know.
Uh,
I know.
I'm heading to Ohio for
Ooh.
August. I host
Yes.
I host the part of the Ohio Festival.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, they're good folks. If you've not been, I encourage everyone to go to the Ohio Burlesque Festival. But
Okay. My next one.
that might be the last big travel of the year for me.
That's very, very valid.
Maybe Connecticut in October or September. I haven't fully settled that, but
Well, I hope to
yeah.
see you soon.
Yes, let our paths cross
Yes.
in any fashion. But for now, I thank you for being generous with your time and
Thank
for
you.
maneuvering through time zones, whatever they may be.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right. All right. Be well,
Me too.
And let local folks know who deserve my love that I love them.
You got it.
All right, darling. Be well. Mwah. WeBurlesque the podcast, created, developed, and edited by Viktor Devonne. Podcast artwork by Logan Laveau. WeBurlesque the podcast cover art photography by Atticus Stevenson. Theme song, On a 45 by This Way to the Egress, used with permission. All incidental music via Pixabay under the expectation of fair use. Please visit WeBurlesquePodcast.com for notes on this and every other episode. Follow WeBurlesque and Viktor Devonne on just about every platform, and support the podcast via patreon.com/WeBurlesque. Don't got the cash? Please follow, subscribe, and give 5 stars on every platform you can get your hands on. It really does help. All original material is owned by Viktor Devonne and White Elephant Burlesque Corporation. All other materials property of their respective copyright. No infringement, while likely, is intended. This episode, and all episodes thereafter, are in memory of Lucky Charming. Miss you, friend. And that's it.
Woohoo!